everybody, it's Jacki Jing with Miranda, and we're at Anime Expo. We are so lucky. We just got to see the new My Hero Academia movie, My Hero Academia 2 Heroes. Okay, so what are your thoughts? What do you think of Miranda?
Ooh, so it was really cool because it's the world premiere, and everyone was super excited. And it's a really fun movie, but it's ultimately inconsequential, as the headline states. Nothing surprising there. Usually anime movies don't have a lot of like major canon elements to them, right? Because like they don't. Yeah, you get that. You don't want people watching this to, or people who don't get to watch this especially, feel left out going back to the show.
Yeah, so this weird interval period, essentially.
Yeah, so it takes place during sometime, I'm guessing around season 3, just because it happens after their internships for sure. Full cowling is full on. But then it's before the major events of season 3 in the training camp. So
the cool
weird nebulous timeline.
Yeah, like what's cool is that like you were telling me earlier, it's a part of canon, and so many times, like I remembered I watched those Sailor Moon movies when I was younger, and I was like, okay, they're just pulling from weird worlds, and there's aliens, and there's just like this weird stuff. So it was neat that we know that this is a part of like the overall story. And again, it was kind of inconsequential.
Yeah, so like everything that happened here ultimately doesn't really matter. Like they touch on a lot of themes, especially that they've already treaded in the anime, I think, which made them a little bit less exciting. Yeah. Because it's like, hey guys, we've had this conversation before, can we?
It brought nothing new to the table, but like we said, it just touched on all those things that we love about My Hero Academia.
Like All Might.
Yeah, All Might. Oh my god, it's so awesome. People were screaming like every time he came on the screen.
So I think the biggest highlight of this movie was like the opening scene.
Yeah.
Like honestly, it goes back to All Might in his college days, which is like him at his prime, like getting into like his hero work just before he becomes like the symbol of peace. And I think that's like a really big thing, because like we don't see All Might then. Like we don't know much about him then. We know what happened when he got his quirk, if you're like caught up with the anime and manga and such. But and we know how he's kind of like taken over Japan as #1 hero. But this shows him in America, good old US of A, which is really weird because it's in LA, which is where we're at right now.
Yeah, that was so cool. I remember when it said Los Angeles, California, I'm like, oh my god. I think everybody started cheering extra loud. And just to see him like that, you know, like in his like varsity jacket and just like looking all young.
I think it was called like the young age, which is like his one of the characters in there has designed suits for All Might and his different ages. So he has like the young age, he's the bronze age, the silver age, the golden age, and it's just very, very cute.
Yeah, so, I love the origin stories, which we said was kind of a new element, but again, it was just like a fun action story. You got to see the team all together. They were doing all those things that we love, like the courage tropes and the dramatic music.
And Bakugo being very angry, and Kirishima being there like,
oh my gosh, and then like we said, the ending was really cool too. I mean, like we love All Might, we love Deku, them coming together and like defeating the villain, you know what I mean? Like
yeah, of course, like things that you expect to happen. And I think that the 2 heroes part of the title is kind of indicative of that, and kind of just seeing them parallel, and it's very, very sweet.
Okay, so Miranda's gonna have a great review on this movie. She's also done a ton of coverage on Anime Expo, so make sure you check that out on IGN.com, and be sure to follow and subscribe wherever you like to watch IGN. See ya!